Hey, how's it going? Question for you. Do you really need a 20% down payment to buy a home? Head thumper, right? Hey, you've probably heard it a million times. You need 20% down to buy a house. For many people, that number honestly feels like a giant roadblock to the path of home ownership, a hurdle, a wall. What if we told you that that's not always the case? Let's bust some myths today and explore some of the exciting down payment options available out there for all types of home buyers and sellers. So, hey guys, I'm Adam Hagen-Stein. I'm a licensed real estate professional serving the state of Ohio since 2020. My company, HSRE Real Estate Solutions, is here to help guide buyers and sellers through the process, and we pride ourselves on just that, being a guide, being a partner in your journey, okay? Buying and selling a home is a journey. It is a process. It's a process. So yeah, I've been doing this since 2020. You got your COVID babies, you got your COVID agents. I'm a COVID agent. That's it's kind of a real estate joke, if you will. I'm laughing. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, if you're watching this, do me a huge favor. I want to help people just like you and people you know, everybody. I want to help as many people. My mission is to help those and serve my community, okay? So can you do me a huge favor, okay? 1, like this video. 2, subscribe. I'm doing videos all the time on amazing topics just like this. And 3, hit a comment down there. I'm going to be talking about a few things. Put a question in there for me. I'll message you back. Let's have a conversation. You might be asking a question that someone else is also thinking about but is afraid to ask because they don't want to bother anybody. Bother me, please. Ask questions in the comments, like, subscribe, and please, to help me help those, share this video. All right, we've got that done out of the way. Cool. So, let's talk about this. Do you really need 20% down payment to buy a home? The answer is not always, okay? So where did this 20% myth come from? The idea of 20% down payment is traditional and for good reason. All right, putting down 20% more often means you won't have to pay for private mortgage insurance, aka PMI. While avoiding PMI is a great benefit, it's not a requirement for most home buyers. The truth is there are a variety of loan programs out there, a good amount, designed to make home ownership a reality for those who can't put down a large chunk of cash up front. Okay, let's unpack that just a tiny bit. What's PMI? All right, private mortgage insurance, all right? Basically, a traditional amount is 20% down, okay? If you are putting less than 20% down, the lender, the mortgage company, the lending institution wants a little insurance on this. They want to literally pay for insurance in case something does happen, then they can recoup the cost of the loan, okay? That's in a gist. Private mortgage insurance. TV timeout. Full disclaimer, I'm a licensed real estate professional, real estate agent, licensed real estate agent in the state of Ohio. I am not a mortgage licensed lender whatsoever. The information I am providing in this video is general information. I am not giving you full details on rates, exact process, or anything of that. I am in a 5-mile overview of the different loan types, okay? There's my legal disclaimer. The world is full of them. Sorry, but we have to. Remember, I'm a real estate professional, not a lender. I'm giving you general information about this. When you are ready for a lender, message me. Put a comment down there. Hey, Adam, give me a message, shoot me a message, or jump on the website, hsrellc.com, or Hagen-Stein I'm sure I'll put something down there all over the place. And find me, and I will connect you with an amazing lender that will serve you and your community. Okay? There's our disclaimer. We're throwing that out there right after we talked about PMI. Should have done that first. Sorry. Okay. So let's dive deeper into down payment options. Okay, but first, while we're doing this, let's talk about a couple of different loan options. We'll talk about the kind of the down payment portion of them. We'll keep down payment centric while we talk about this. All right. I'm going to do this a little bit in reverse because most of you are probably thinking, I kind of know what an FHA loan is and a VA and a USDA, but more often than not, a lot of people can qualify for what's called a conventional loan. Okay, so we're going to talk about this about conventional loans first. Conventional loans are the most common type of home loan, and they're incredibly flexible. While the traditional wisdom of putting 20% down to avoid private mortgage insurance still applies, PMI, you can get conventional loan with a down payment as low as 3%. 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is a great option for people who have good credit and are looking for flexible terms. Okay, conventional loan doesn't always mean 20% down. 3% is very, very common. Next to that is 5%. I see so many people with conventional loans putting 5% down, okay? But you have to be able to qualify for it, meaning you have to have good credit, great work history, solid income, debt to income ratio. There's a whole spew of things that I'm not going to go into because, again, I'm a real estate agent, not a mortgage professional, okay? I defer to the experts to tell us that. I'm giving you a general information, okay? Conventional loan, amazing option, very flexible. There's more to it, but in general, you got to be alive, you got to have good credit, you got to have a job, and you got to be ready and willing to buy a house, okay? That's as I say, the overview of, I'm sure some of my lenders are cringing as I say that, but get over yourselves. All right, guys, it's very, very flexible. And that's what I'm trying to portray here. There's stipulations, but in general, you just got to be ready. All right. So let's talk about another loan type here. Something that's in my business, in my history of working with clients, it's not as common, but it's out there. And I know people that work with this type of loan, and a lot of my lenders offer this, but it's a lot more specific on where we can use this. All right. USDA loans, United States, U.S. Department of Agriculture. Okay. This program is designed to help low to moderate income buyers purchase homes in eligible rural and suburban areas. Qualified buyers can get a loan with let's emphasize, qualified buyers can get a loan with 0% down. It's a wonderful way to open up home ownership opportunities outside of major cities and the property's location and the buyer's income must meet specific guidelines. Okay. Gotta be qualified, which is possibly get 0% down, but it's outside of major cities. Usually once you start to get into the farm areas, farmland, the more rural areas, okay, that's when you could opt for a USDA loan. There's websites out there that will show specifically what parts of our cities, areas will qualify, okay? Not every area will. It absolutely will not. Not every area will qualify, okay? So that's USDA loans kind of in an overview. All right, a VA loan, Veterans Affairs, okay? Let's read through this. If you're a military member, veteran, or an eligible spouse, a VA loan is an incredible benefit. This program offers the amazing advantage of 0% down payment and doesn't require private mortgage insurance. It's a fantastic way to honor and thank those who have served. VA loans do have a funding fee, but it can often be rolled into the loan itself. Okay? If you've served, your spouse is served, they need to look into a VA benefit. If they haven't, they need to. Okay? There are, within the military, within their branch that they served, there are requirements to be eligible for that. I'm not going to go into those because I do not know specifically what those requirements are. As we are in an ever-changing world, Lord knows what those requirements are today. Okay? But if you have served or your spouse has served in our amazing military, some capacity, they need to look into that because you can get a loan for 0% down, nothing. Okay. Usually it's just an inspection fee and sometimes the appraisal, but some lenders might eat that cost or cover that cost for you. And that's usually about it. Everything else can get rolled into the loan. Usually they get pretty decent interest rates too, because everybody that's involved wants to help the person that's getting this loan. Everybody, because that person or that family member served thanklessly to support us so we could do what we're doing. It's the very least we can do is whatever we can do to help them. Okay. At least that's my mentality. And usually the people that myself and my team we work with, they share in that mentality. So VA loans, you or your spouse have had to have served and have to be eligible for your VA loan benefit. Okay? Amazing option. All right. Let's talk about the most popular, okay? The first time home buyer loan, if you will. So it's called an FHA loan, Federal Housing Administration loan. All right. This is a beyond popular. This is a very, very popular option, especially for first-time home buyers. An FHA loan allows you to buy a home with a down payment as low as 3.5%. The trade-off is that you will pay a mortgage insurance premium, or MIP, but for many, it's a small price to pay to get their dream home sooner. Okay? 3.5% down, which is amazing. All right. It's not just for first-time home buyers. I don't know the specific time frame. You have to wait until in between. But if you own a home and you're ready to buy another one, and it's been a few years since you purchased it, you can get another FHA loan. For some reason, I want to say 2 years, but I think it's 1 to 2 years. You have to wait for that loan to mature before you can be eligible for another FHA loan. You can use FHA loan on investment properties up to 4-unit dwelling. Okay. You have to be living in it. You have to show residency for at least 1 full year for it to continue to qualify. After 1 full year, 365 days, then you can move out and put another tenant in there and rinse and repeat. It's an amazing investment hack. Amazing. Okay. Or if you're just a first-time buyer, it's the loan for you. Little to no money down, lower credit score requirements. And yeah, there are, with FHA and VA, when it comes to the appraisal, they're a lot more stringent. They do require the house to be in good overall condition, major safety features. And yeah, those are like the two main things, but the appraisal is a lot more stringent because the lenders have a lot more risk, because the buyer is not putting a lot of skin in the game, if you will. You're not putting a lot of money down. VA, you're putting no money down, and same VA, you're putting next to no money down in the grand scheme of things. Okay? So they're going to be a little more stringent. They're going to ask for a few more documents. It's going to be a little bit more demanding, and it usually takes a little bit longer than, say, a conventional loan. A VA loan, typically 30 to 45 days from start to finish. Once we go under contract to close, usually about that 30-day mark is usually when for an FHA loan. VA is usually about 30 to 45 days as well, because we got to go through appraisal, different process, approval, blah, 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 blah. Conventional loans, 30 days or less, just depending on how quickly you can get through the lender's requirements, okay? USDA loan is going to probably be right there in the middle of FHA and VA, somewhere in there as well, okay? Wow. Okay, we just unpacked a lot. You're welcome. Yes, it was a lot. And I saved that best one for last because I know you had questions about FHA. Most people do. But at the same time, if you are well qualified, you can get a conventional loan for even less than what an FHA loan would be, and be better terms potentially. Potentially be better terms. Should be pretty similar, but could potentially. So look, that's a lot. I'm happy to talk even more about this. Contact information is down below in the description, the website and everything. Again, I'm Adam Hagen-Stein. I'm a licensed real estate professional, not a lender, and I'm here to help you. Again, my mission is to serve the community, serve the people around me, my friends, my family, everybody. That's my mission in life, and I've chosen real estate to do that. So I'm happy to help you. I'm more than happy to help you. I'm excited to help you. If you haven't noticed, I've got a lot of energy and I'm only 2 cups of coffee in. Yeah, so let's do this. Remember to like, to share, subscribe, and just scream from the rooftops that you're ready to buy a house and I'm ready to help. So thank you so much for watching. You have absolutely the most amazing day. I wish you to have the most amazing day. I'm not going to tell you to do anything. I wish for you the best day you could possibly have. Thank you.